One drunk night changed everything. She stumbled into the house, reeking of alcohol and cheap perfume, mumbling things I was never supposed to hear. She didn't realize I was awake, or that her words would destroy everything we'd built together. She laughed, said my name, and then whispered his. That was the moment my heart stopped, and my world tilted. My name's Sam, and I thought I was living a dream with my girlfriend Tessa. She is wild, magnetic, and full of life. She had this energy that drew people in, including me. We had this little place together, cozy and loud with laughter. I thought we were solid, the kind of couple that could weather anything. She was social, always surrounded by people, always texting friends and co-workers. I didn't mind it. I trusted her. When she went out for girls' nights, I never questioned it. I'd kiss her goodbye, tell her to have fun, and stay up waiting for her return, usually half asleep on the couch, with the TV humming in the background. For a while, everything seemed perfect, until the late nights became more frequent, and the girls' nights started sounding like something else. I first noticed the change when her phone became her shadow. She used to leave it anywhere, unlocked, but suddenly it was glued to her hand, face down every time I entered the room. She'd get messages at 2 a.m. and pretend it was just her group chat. She started dressing differently for her nights out, more makeup, shorter dresses, and when I'd compliment her, she'd barely respond. I'd ask, "Who's going out tonight?" She'd shrug, "Just the usual people. Don't be jealous." But her tone was sharper, colder, like she was daring me to question her. I tried to ignore the pit in my stomach, tried to believe I was overthinking it, but something inside me knew. The woman I loved wasn't just going out for drinks. That night, the night everything shattered, she came home later than usual. The clock read 2:47 a.m. when I heard the keys drop on the counter and her giggle echo down the hallway. She was talking to herself, or so I thought. I was half asleep on the couch, pretending to be out cold. She staggered past me, still holding her phone to her ear, slurring words between hiccups and laughter. Then I heard it. Yeah, he has no idea. Poor Sam, he's too trusting." She laughed. "I swear, it's like he's blind. You were amazing tonight. Way better than him." My chest tightened. Her voice cracked between drunken giggles, saying words that burned through me like acid. Then silence. A pause. And softly, like a dagger she didn't even know she was twisting, she whispered, "Sometimes, I wish I never met him." She dropped her phone and stumbled into the bedroom. I just sat there, frozen. Every word replayed in my mind, sharper each time. That night, I didn't sleep. By morning, I wasn't the same man anymore. I didn't scream. I didn't confront her right away. I decided to let her think she'd gotten away with it. Over the next week, I acted normal. Made breakfast, kissed her goodbye, even sent her sweet texts. I wanted her guard down. Then, quietly, I gathered proof. Messages on her phone, photos she thought were hidden in her cloud, receipts from hotels she never mentioned. When I had everything, I invited a few of our mutual friends over for a small dinner. She thought it was to celebrate her promotion. She dressed up, beaming, laughing, acting like the perfect girlfriend. Halfway through dinner, I stood up, cleared my throat, and connected my phone to the TV. A slideshow began. Pictures, messages, times, dates. You could hear a pin drop. Her smile faded as the color drained from her face. She tried to speak. "Sam, please, I can explain." But I stopped her. Calmly, I said, "No need. Everyone here can see the truth now." Then I turned to her and added, "You said I was blind." Guess I finally opened my eyes. I walked out, left her sitting there, surrounded by friends who now knew exactly who she really was. It took time to rebuild myself. You don't just lose someone, you lose trust, self-worth, the version of yourself that believed in love without limits. But that pain, it became fuel. I learned that silence can be the loudest revenge. That sometimes, the best thing you can do is let someone destroy themselves with the truth they tried to hide. Now, when I think back to that night, her drunken voice echoing in the dark, I realized something. She didn't just betray me, she freed me. Because that night was the start of my peace. Never ignore your gut. It always knows the truth before your heart wants to. And remember, sometimes revenge doesn't need rage, just revelation. Subscribe to SilkMirror for more real-life stories of heartbreak, revenge, and transformation, where the truth always finds its way to the surface.